Well, 125 years, it's amazing that the YWCA has been around that long. And are we talking nationally or just in Schenectady?
Schenectady.
Incredible. Are you probably one of the oldest ones, aren't you?
Well, I was going to tell you some of my memories of those days.
Shirley is not that old. She's a wannabe.
Yeah, I'm working toward it.
Good. Tell us a little bit about it, Shirley. Shirley is the chair of the
Fund Development.
Fund Development. And with me, I also have the executive director, Rowie Taylor. And so between the two of them, we're going to get the whole story.
The whole scoop.
The whole story. Well, yes, we're so excited. We are celebrating our 125th anniversary. And of course, throughout the year, we'll be telling you more and more about the activities that we have planned. But today, we really want to talk about Women of Achievement, which we've been on before with
I
that.
know you have.
Yes.
It's a wonderful program.
It is a wonderful program, and Rowie's going to give you kind of the background on it, and then I'll talk about my experiences having been a member of the Academy.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, Rowie, tell us.
You know, let's just talk just for a second about being 125 years old.
Okay, well, if we add us all up, we probably hit that.
We could.
We could. I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
YWCA USA is about 150 years old.
Yes.
Oh, really? And where was the first one then?
Well, there's
Probably
lots
New York
of controversy
Yes.
between Boston and New York City.
Okay.
They were like this within a very
yeah.
short period of time,
Okay.
and each one says they're the very first.
Well,
but
they can both have
they can
bragging
both
rights,
have it.
right?
That's exactly right. But we were one of the earlier ones, and we're one of the original associations that were part of the YWCA USA when that was founded. And I mean, think about it. In 1888, a group of really courageous women in Schenectady, Mrs. Westinghouse was one of them.
And of course, because of GE, probably.
Absolutely. Founded our association. And, we're absolutely convinced the only reason we're still here, as are other organizations that have been in existence for a long time, is because we've been able to change with the needs of the community, to grow and to change and to continue to provide relevant services for the time.
Yeah, and it's interesting because your title is Young Women.
Right.
But it really isn't. You deal with children, youth, and you do the adults and job training. I mean, you do so much.
Absolutely.
Right.
And in the beginning, the YWCA was really established to provide a safe haven, a safe place for women, young women coming in from rural areas to work in cities and towns where there was industry.
Exactly, like the YMCA was the same type of thing.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And between General Electric and Alco, there were a lot of jobs, a lot of women. In 1888, the Industrial Revolution has taken place, that were coming to Schenectady to work. Women were going to work.
So you provided, they did at that time. You weren't there.
Sometimes it feels like it was.
They provided a service to the people, so they weren't like kind of floundering out there trying to find a place.
And it was safe. It was affordable. Families felt comfortable having their young daughters come and live at the YW. Some women lived with us for a long time. Some women lived with us for a short period of time until they made other arrangements or got married or met friends or things like that.
I think I remember reading a while back about you had the oldest person living in the Y, which surprised me, whether it was your place or another Y, but it was like they'd been there for years.
We had a woman living with us for over 30 years.
That's what then it must have been what I read about.
Yeah, and she lived with us for a really long time because it worked for her. She had a job, she went to work every day, but it was
she's probably an inspiration too to other people.
Absolutely, and it's communal living. And some of the leaders in our community, some of the women leaders in our community back in the day stayed at either our YW or another YW for a short period of time when they were, moving to a new place.
Yeah, and then they went up to boarding houses. There were all kinds of living arrangements at that time.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we've been having a great time going back and looking at our history.
Oh, isn't that fun?
And seeing pictures. And, we have some photos that are amazing.
Yeah.
And,
you should have brought some. But anyway.
Well, we'd like to come back and do that.
We'd love to come back.
That would be cool.
And share
One of the
story.
really exciting things is for this 125th anniversary is that Anne and Dr. Walt Robb are our honorary chairpersons.
Oh, how nice. I just saw him this past week. Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of history there too. They met at the YWCA.
Really?
Yes, they did.
They met at
At a G.
They're wonderful people.
At a GE, at a mixer or a hop, whatever they were called, different
some
things.
kind of a dance.
A dance that were for workers from General Electric.
I'll be darned.
And that's how they met.
That's right.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's a nice
So their love story began at the YWCA.
So the Women of Achievement, what was going on there?
Well, on April 18th, we're going to be honoring women who have been nominated by the community, and there's a process by which then they are chosen to receive this award, which is really, really an honor.
It's a prestigious.
I know, because I was one of the women that was
Right.
selected one year, and it just, there's no way to explain how you really feel.
Well, you're recognized by the community.
Exactly. And you get a kind of like, who, me? Kind
Yeah,
of a,
yeah. Oh, no, there shouldn't, I'm in the wrong place. There should be
Exa-
somebody else
exactly.
that's more worthy than I.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
But that's not true.
And
It's humbling.
It is. It's
For
extremely.
those of us who are listening to the
Yeah.
Well, it's extremely humbling, at least it was for me, to have that honor. And I can still remember that night even to this day.
Yeah.
And no, it wasn't in the 1800s, but pretty close.
She's so bad.
And, but anyhow, so what will happen is that we have actually two awards, Women of Achievement, and then another award that's called the Reach Award, and that corporations nominate
an
women
employee
for that.
or
Yeah,
someone or
employees,
something.
right. And so between those two, it's a fun evening.
I attended one once,
Oh.
and I was very impressed with it. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, it's a celebration, and it really is a celebration, and people just enjoy being there. And we have a.
And can you give names yet, or you
No.
haven't? No, you don't.
I don't
Okay.
know, I don't
Oh, come
know.
on, just tell me. She's
I-
tough. She won't tell me.
You know what they say? If I tell you, I have to kill you.
Oh,
The nomination process is still
It's still in
happening.
it's still
I think
processing.
it's more of a process.
Yeah, it's a real process.
Yeah, no, it's still in process. We don't even know.
Yeah.
And so.
So do they find out that night, or they must find
No,
out
they're
because
ahead of
they're
time.
invited
Yeah,
to come,
they're
right, so
found.
they can-
They find out ahead of time.
Okay.
And the names.
So
will
if you
be-
don't know by that date, you didn't get picked.
Something like that. But yeah, and then they have a chance to give a short acceptance, not speech, but a short acceptance
Yeah, sure.
story. And some of them are just amazing, the stories that they bring to the occasion. You know, because these people come from all walks of life. And so some years, and not knowing who they're going to be, some years it's people who are in sports or people who are executives, and some years it's people who have just been wonderful parenting, maybe like adopting children or something like that. So you never know. It's a great range.
Because the criteria isn't, you know, that you lockstep criteria. You're open to people that have done, women who have
You
done.
could nominate someone, and then it would go
But
to
you've
the
already been nominated. I can't do that.
Oh.
And actually, the big criteria is the mission of the YWCA is to work to eliminate racism and empower women, and to promote peace, freedom, dignity, and justice for all.
You got that right off the.
She's got it.
Just
You
like
got that
Got it.
mission statement
She's
right
got
off
it.
there, and I put it right in my newsletter, word for word.
So that's the criteria, that women who are honored are women who embody our mission.
Right.
And on, as Shirley said, April 18th, 5:30, Glenn Sanders Mansion, the most inspiring evening of the year.
It's such-
celebrating women in the
I was
region.
going to say, it's just so nice to hear about a celebration like this.
And it
it's so
is.
important.
It is truly a
Yeah,
celebration. And you just come and you just have fun.
We'd love to have you join us.
Yes,
Sure, good,
if you
good.
could. It would be
April
very
18th.
18th, it's a Thursday night.
Thursday night. Okay, I might be free that night.
Thursday night,
So I'll
and
have to
it's
check
very
it out.
exciting.
Fantastic.
Yeah, good. Always a
And we
pleasure.
thank you for having us on.
Well, thank you for coming.
And we seriously would love to come back and talk 125th.
We are going to do that.
Oh,
Good.
wonderful.
We'll set that
We
date
have
up.
pages of what's going to happen
Yes,
this year. It's going to be an exciting,
exciting.
celebratory
Isn't it
year.
fun?
There'll
to
be
meet
all
such
kinds of
great
activities.
people? Yeah. How you like the music?
Oh,
I love it.
That's toe tapping music.
Exactly.